What's going on, Jeromes? So the Minnesota Vikings went hard in the paint in the cornerback room, and they kind of had to. They let go Shaq Griffin as well as Gilly, Fabian Moreau, but they brought back Byron Murphy Jr. On a massive extension. Isaiah Rodgers coming over from the Eagles, as well as the career resuscitation of Jeff Okudah. Plus, you got Nudie and Mekhi Blackman looking to contribute as well. But, of course, as Brian Flores always says, you can never have enough corners. Enter one Jalen Jerome Ezekiel Ramsey. Rap sheet: the Dolphins and 7-time Pro Bowl cornerback Jalen Ramsey are mutually set to explore trade options, and it wouldn't be a surprise if he played elsewhere in 2025 per me and Tom Pelissero. Miami and Ramsey, due $25.1 million fully guaranteed this season, could be parting ways. Now, this is always the announcement before a release. Now, there could be a trade, but I don't think that any team is going to take on that full freight $25 million fully guaranteed. All right, so I think that if there's a trade, it won't be a lot of trade compensation. And also, I think it still is likely that they end up cutting him and hoping that the team signs him for some offset cash, because Ramsey would be looking to freshen up a deal. But I know we're infamoso for any player that's available. We're just like a dog chasing a car. We don't know what we would do if we caught it. But this one, I feel like could have some legs. Yeah, and Ramsey, back with the Rams back in the day, had crossover with Kevin O'Connell, West Phillips, so they know about him in the locker room. They know what he brings to the table. Won a Super Bowl with the Rams and all that stuff. But I just feel it in my bones that this is something that the Vikings could potentially chase, but under the right circumstances. Like, they're not going to give up a first and change and then pay the contract. It's not going to happen. And Ramsey, overall, had a fantastic run with the Jaguars, made his way to the Rams, and then eventually inked up over the last 2 years for the Dolphins. And he's a borderline Hall of Famer. I think he'll get there, possibly. Like we said, won a Super Bowl with the Rams, is renowned as one of the best man corners in the game. And even at 31, he certainly can still bring it, right? There's still a lot of gas left in that tank. But contract-wise, so the Dolphins signing him up to that massive extension, although, I don't know, as Ari Mario pointed out, so they gave huge extensions to Tyreek as well as Jalen Ramsey. They let go of Christian Wilkins and Robert Hunt, and it's just like, what are you doing? And they're looking to get rid of Tyreek Hill as well. But I think that if Ramsey ends up elsewhere, I think that there will be a freshening up of the contract so that they can work out new terms. But what Jalen Ramsey brings, he is 31 years old in October, and in cornerback years, starting to get up there. But he's still one of the league's best man corners. 2024, 2 picks, 11 passes broken up, a 71.9 PFF coverage grade, which is good. Third highest paid cornerback in the league by average, $25.1 million fully guaranteed in 2024. But for the Vikings, I'm not saying just go in and be like, hey, we'll give you premium draft capital as well as a big time new contract, as well as paying the $25 million guaranteed this year. I'm talking about, hey, maybe wait until he's released, because it seems like there will be a mutual parting of the ways in this spot, and then the Dolphins hope that someone picks up the tab and they can have some offset cash. But I don't know, could this be similar to Patrick Peterson coming in from Arizona to the Vikings for 2 seasons in 2021? Potentially, but also I think Ramsey is still a lot sharper than P Squared was coming up from Arizona at that time. I think Jalen Ramsey still certainly has a lot of juice to his game. Plus, even though I have a lot of love for Rodgers, Blackman, Nudie, etc., if you have Jalen Ramsey, so you have Ramsey and Murph on the outside, round the outside, and then when you go sub-package, kick Murph inside, Rodgers on the opposite corner, or Blackman or Nudie or whoever. I mean, all of a sudden, this cornerback room that had a lot of questions coming into the offseason gets solved really quick, right? But would that take cornerback off the table for the Vikings in the draft? Probably not, but it's something to consider. And this could be something that simmers for a while, since the draft is next week, and the Dolphins, there's no deadlines of triggers of contracts, of guarantees, because it's already guaranteed. So it could be a spot where see some teams that don't come away with a premium cornerback in the draft then turn their attention towards Ramsey. And I still don't think that they're going to get a trade done. I think that ultimately the Dolphins will have to let him go and then just try and eat that guarantee. But it's something that the Vikings certainly should monitor. And again, not advocating giving up huge draft capital this year, next year, or whatever. But if he's available for relatively cheap, or the Dolphins waive him and he's a free agent, consider it. So certainly consider it. But your thoughts are thoughts. Jalen Ramsey one time? Let us know your thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.